This is TWiT.
How about the Amazon Scout, a small autonomous six-wheel delivery robot that's about to take over Snohomish County? These are cute. This is coming. Let me show you the video because it's a really cute little video. I wonder, though, when I look at this, if this is the world we live in. This is a little bot that's driving down the sidewalk. Watch out, Grandma. Here comes the Amazon delivery bot. Fortunately,
there's been some of these. Sorry, go ahead, Leo.
It's moving slowly, but I still makes me a little nervous. This clearly, by the way, is the Desperate Housewives neighborhood, a phony neighborhood in Hollywood. And then look, she comes out. I don't know how she knew, but the little bot was out there waiting. Its lid comes open. She gets her package. It closes the lid very slowly. Watch for pinching, and then moves on. Is this? I understand why Amazon wants to do this and is promoting this, but is this at all viable?
So, Leo, actually, there's.
Okay, wait a minute. One at a time. Let's start with Brian. We'll go left to right. Brian, go ahead.
And I'm apologizing for plugging my pod, but this was the episode we released literally today.
Good.
I talked to Christopher Mims of the Wall Street Journal
about
this,
Yep.
about this exact thing. And the concept being that you're more likely to get a burrito delivered to you for lunch from an autonomous vehicle than you are to commute to work in an autonomous vehicle in the next 5 years. You're going to get stuff delivered to you by AVs sooner than you
less likely cars, more likely these little babies.
Yes, exactly. And so then this is what we talked about. There's a whole ecosystem of startups that are doing these little things, and although also Waymo and everyone else it's sort of everyone's playing both sides of the fence in case one thing takes off over the other. But so the concept is there's a couple things, and one of them was super surprising to me. Like you're mentioning, like that's the Desperate Housewives neighborhood, because I'm thinking I'm here in Dumbo and Brooklyn, and I'm like, well, listen, everyone's going to kick those things off the sidewalk here in New York, whatever. Okay, but listen,
you can't even charge your Tesla anymore because people cut the cords. They park their trucks in the Tesla charging slots. We don't like these things.
This is the thing that surprised me. Is I don't have it in front of me, but in the article he talks about the statistics point out that in suburban areas, the most underutilized resource in terms of land are sidewalks.
Yeah, I know.
And so that if you
no one walks anymore.
Right, there's that. But then
empty.
also, then think of what Amazon is also doing is Whole Foods and these sort of Go stores or whatever. So what if 10 years from now Amazon has, your gas station just essentially becomes, or your corner market or whatever, becomes this quasi way station for these tiny bots that go out and make the deliveries. And not even that. It doesn't even have to be just that. You could think of what FedEx and UPS does. FedEx goes to a certain like they have to go and the guy runs out and delivers the package, whatever. No, the FedEx truck could go to a certain location that the algorithms
It'd be like a MERV.
It would be like 30
packages.
Different children going out. Yeah, exactly.
George Mason University just took delivery on 25 food delivery robots. They're going to deliver pizza and...
and that was the other thing. College campuses and retirement communities would be the first most obvious use for this.
Yeah.
So I actually, the funny thing is there's one of these that's been in use for, I believe since 2017. It's called Robie.io. I had a Kung Fu fight with one at CES last year. Sort of there's a funny picture of in my Instagram of me sort of joking around like I was, I'm gonna sort of kick one that was going around CES. And so the cool thing is it looks the new one, that was the Robie 1.0.
These look like the Robies. I wonder if they're the same technology.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, maybe Robie's doing it for them or something.
They're little six-wheel. It looks like a Igloo cooler on wheels, basically.
Well, they all look like everything that's in the Death Star that's running into people's ankles in Star Wars.
That's true.
Yes, that's true.
That's true. Exactly right. I think one of the questions was like, what happens if just a couple of people come, you have one of these running around at night and a couple, thieves come and they're like, hey, let's just pick this thing up, throw it in the back of our van, see what kind of packages are in there. I guess there's like on the Amazon one, there's some kind of alarm that will go off if you try to pick it up or something. So it's pretty interesting to think about. But clearly, this is happening already. The Robie, like I said, it was developed by these MIT scientists. It's been in use in the Bay Area for at least, I think, the last at least almost 2 years now.
It's fascinating how science fiction completely informs us. It's not that they were right, they predicted it. It's that the people today who are developing this crap all watched this. Here's the Star Wars clip on the Death Star, the little Robie the robot. And of course, Chewie goes, and it runs away. Remember, who doesn't remember that? Right? That's exactly what they invented.
Awesome.
There's no way. I'm going to be a Dora Downer on this because I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Nice PR stunt though. Realistically, if you put these in suburbia, the distances in American suburbs are so large. There's no way these things are going to have the battery life.
It's moving pretty slow. It would take like days to get across town.
Right, your average American, your
burrito will be cold.
American suburbs. Everybody's on a quarter of an acre. You're talking 5 kilometers to 20 kilometers.
You're just mocking our McMansions.
Yeah, so your burrito by the time it gets to you isn't going to be in a fit state to eat.
Well, that's why it makes sense to do it in a college, I guess, right?
And then what happens when you start to get 5 to 10% loss around these things? What happens when they just trip over on the footpath or the conditions of the footpath change?
I think people are going to beat them up. I honestly do.
We
know people in Arizona shoot at the Waymo vehicles. I mean, I think they're just going to beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, there'll be some of that, but whether that reaches critical mass or not, or who knows. But my point is that the footpath can change, and then all of a sudden it breaks down. So then they have to send somebody out to retrieve it and redo the pattern because there's a couple other things that most of America, you guys don't even pay enough taxes to put gutters on roads, much less have pavements.
There's a couple other things that Chris said that pointed out that because they are slower, it's cheaper to do the research and development because unlike cars, like if you keep it under 20 miles an hour, if you keep it up, so. The reason that I'm saying, and we can make a wager on here right now, if Leo gets a burrito before he commutes to do TWiT.
Yeah. Which would get there first?
Right. But the thing is that Leo lives a kilometer from his
I literally do. I live now.
He's going to win because he lives right on top of a food court, right?
Yeah.
He could walk down for dinner and be back.
They're probably specialized environments, especially university campuses, where these would make a lot of sense.
Right.
Yeah, specialized environments. So let's not conflate a limited use case in a highly controlled environment.
What is Snohomish, Washington like? I mean, why are they testing it there? Besides the fact that it's near Amazon headquarters, is Jeff Bezos live there? Is he waiting for his burrito?
It's super suburban, looking like Desperate Housewives neighborhood.
But you have Greg has a good point. For instance, in Petaluma. For a long time, they didn't require developments put in sidewalks. So even just outside of TWiT, there are plenty of places where you'd be walking on the street, where Robbie would be going out in the street because there's no sidewalk.
And he can't be on the street because it'd have to be a registered vehicle.
Right. And I know that because when I bicycle, the bicycle path will frequently just stop.
And lots of bike lanes here in New York. You can't have a vehicle on a bike lane that goes over 20 miles an hour.
There you go. That's why.
I'd say a 1 in 10 chance of success as a widespread. In terms of
I was trying to bring up a cheerful little Robbie the robot subject.
These people in Silicon Valley are all stupid. They got more money than sense.
Well, we've definitely settled that question.